Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you tonight? Well, not tonight, but it depends, you know. I mean, if you're from Oceania, for example, it's good morning, noon, afternoon, something like that, you know. I think they are 14 hours ahead of me, and so yeah, something like that. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you tonight? I'm not them today, aka Form is your host. And let's make sure my voice is on, not like last stream. Yeah, here with me, as always, Ulver. How are you tonight? How are you? What are you eating? What are you expecting from this match?
Hello, everyone. Eating a burger halfway through. Hopefully, I finish before the start of the game, like professionals would do. Um, really happy to be here with you and casting this. Probably the first time these two teams play against each other, right?
Yep, I believe it's going to be quite an interesting match here, and yeah, I hope you do finish before we start casting. I don't want to hear you eating, you know. No thanks. But yes, ESPT Espirit de Corps against OOCE, Oceanic Ocelots. I always mention OCE, you know. No, it's Oceanic Ocelots, OOCE. I don't know what to expect from this match, you know. I mean, we were talking with US Ranger and Cloneface past match after the proper battle there as the post interview, and he was saying they're going to prepare anyways for this match. Let's be honest, I'm sorry OCE, but I believe they don't need they don't need to train, you know. They don't need to practice for this match. Even though well, as we were talking, better not, just in case, you know. Here I just fuck it up like always, but I mean, yeah, let's try not to once at least. So yeah, map is going to be, I forgot, Utah Beach, I remember.
Utah Beach.
And we are going to be watching Spirit de Corps as allies and OOCE, my bad, as Germans. Point is going to be Chapel. Midpoint is going to be Chapel. What can you tell me about Chapel, Ulfer?
Well, this is very unfortunate for Ocelots. Uh, Chapel is the point in the middle of the map. To those who don't remember by name, and is extremely favored to allies in terms of the placement of the hard cup circle, and also in terms of the layout of the terrain. So it's going to be extremely uphill battle for the Oceanic team, both because they're going against uh, the the reigning champions of most of the last tournaments, and the team to beat, as they say. In Oceanic's, the Oceanic team is the newcomer here, fresh from APL Division 4. I think I'm
Correct.
correct. So this is double whammy, right? The one of the hardest teams to beat and one of the toughest midpoints in this map. So let's see what the Oceanic team can cook in the last 20-25 minutes. We're about 2 minutes away from game start. Let's see if they were able to prepare anything for this point or not, and let's see how it goes.
Just in case, boys, here a sneak peek. We got double map. Yes. Since there is no other streamer, unfortunately, we are going to be double map here because, well, 49 versus 49, there is a slot on the other side, and I believe it will be kind of selfish, you know, to not translate the other side. I'm on the ESPT side this time. Even the same, if I were in the OCE side, I will actually still do the double map here because I do believe both teams deserve to have their map, you know, at least for future improvement. So here we are
Yeah,
with double map. I believe they have to do a double rotation anyway, because to select the midpoint, you know,
double
first
flip. Yeah.
rotation to select the map, and then the double rotation, the second rotation to set the teams. In that case, we might need to switch teams. I don't know who that's going to be. Uh,
Okay, that's okay. Unless the first map flip is by sheer
yeah,
luck,
maybe
right?
they do
Midpoint.
three map rotations, because since we are still in SME, yeah. And both teams are already in. Well, let's remove this double map already. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Double
do
map
believe
brought
they
to you
need.
by the Argentine industries. Argentine technology at work.
Hecho en Tierra del Fuego, ¿viste?
Yeah.
He got the joke. I got the joke too. If anyone else here is from Argentina, might get the joke just in case. In Tierra del Fuego, one of the southest province we have, no, the southest province we have actually, it's where most of the electronics we have here in Argentina are assembling. So yeah, that's the joke there. Just yeah. Sorry for the bad joke. Promises this is the last one. But yes, we're going to be watching once again ESPT versus OOCE. But Thongs were saying over there that this might be a 30-minute match only. And just in case, letting you know, yes, PapaBean is going to come actually later. He is in a syndicate mixer, I believe he was saying, and should be coming in no more than 30-40 minutes. Let's hope he actually gets to see some of the match and will give some of his very interesting points of view. Yeah, well, I don't know what else to say right now, so we have to wait to see if there is a double map rotation.
I have good news. I'm chewing the last bits of the burger.
Well, yeah, I believe those are good news. Knowing here we are, I'm just checking here a little bit the ESPT versus Ocelot thread in Discord because of the swaps here on the match. So yeah, I'm expecting here. Uh, I believe, as I told you, 3 map rotations here. First to pick Utah, second to pick the point, and third to get the teams on the right side wing. Well, ESPT on the Allies and OOCE on the Germans. So yeah. Chapel. Well, I believe Chapel is the second hardest point in this point, Utah. I believe the first one for at least the Germans is WN7. Followed by this point, and then, well, the north one, which I forgot the name. I don't really play it mostly. I don't know if you agree with me here, Ulver.
We're talking about Utah, right?
Yes, Utah.
So is WN7 and WN4 top and bottom, if I'm right?
Might be
Let me
WN7.
check real quick.
WN7 is south, yes. Chapel is middle, and the north, I believe, yes, it's WN4. And well, speaking of the devil here, WN4, and well, as I was speaking here, I believe there is. No, yeah, they still need to get a chapel here, so let's give it a second. Well, yes, here is a double flip twice with point. Yes, here was I was saying 3 flips we're going to be seeing. Let me give you
Perfect.
here this so you don't have to see all this shit being on the background. You know, the sweep. Well, swap actually. So yeah, we're going to get another flip. It's going to be a
Some people are in the wrong team. I saw Ancient on the Ocelots side.
yeah.
Some
DC
confusion still.
Fireman here, 2 on
A
the
tanker.
Ocelots.
Yeah.
There we go, the second flip, this is going to pick Chapel for sure, and then the third flip is going to be placing a ESPT on the
We
allies
got
once again, and
the chapel by accident.
no, this is the second flip, which they actually selected the point, and third flip is going to be actually once again with this point, so it was no luck. So
Yeah,
yeah.
ancient commander of the Ocelots. Look at this. One day, maybe. Here we go.
Here we go. Finally, we have the last switch, the last swap here. A little bit of water. It's always good for the health. Drink water, boys. And yes, I'm supposed to be joining Tamat's unit. I forgot which one you should be joining. Ulfer, I sent it to you.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You're going to be showing ENS, who's the artilleryman for Oceanic Ocelots here. Where are you, Tamat?
Tamat from Italy.
Prep here. From Italy. Well.
Italian, yep.
Interesting.
We have Saint Pepsi in the wrong side of the... On Negat is still... Okay,
he's on the OCE side. He has been moved, yes. And let me open here the admin camera. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. And should be able to stream. Yes, that's beautiful. Let me one thing I should remember. Game noise. Game sound here. He might be doing some nodes for sure. Bro, call him a donkey.
I see him now. Prep.
I'm a prep. I'm in prep too on this side. So yeah, Chapel. Where's the point? Here, Chapel. What a point, to be honest. And I mean, it's out there to say that ESPT has the advantage here because Chapel is mostly being capped first by the ally side. You know, it has many more cover than the German side, which has all this room here, this open space. So what they actually have to do right now is cap this south zone of Chapel over these houses here. Forgot the name of this zone actually, but it has its own name, you know. And yeah, this zone is going to be actually giving like the best options to Oceanic Ocelots. Also, this house here in the north of the point Chapel is going to be. So let's see how this develops. I'm going to be watching from the south to north, and we're going to be watching both maps. 1 second here. So we are seeing here on the ESPT side already the medium tank and the light tank on the north here, going straight to Hill 5. It seems there is a truck, I believe, at the north. Let me zoom in. Yes, truck north. Then we have 2 trucks in the middle, 1 recon at the south, 2 trucks at the south too, and well, this supply truck very far south. On the OCE side we have well, we're starting much already. Here you see the development of both sides here. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna show you a little bit here of the map to see how it goes. If we hear something, we're moving. Hearing shots already. Shots on the right, missing. Ooh, I just saw an 80 right there at the right of my screen. Missing barely that supply truck over there. Ocelots is prepared here. Let's get off the map here. Nothing exploded yet. Did not hear anything exploding. Hearing 80s here, 80s there. Cannons already shouts into.
A little bit short on that one. A little bit short.
Well, as I mentioned, ESPT is going to be the first one to cap, at least the first one getting in the cap, mostly because of the point being to their side. It seems everyone got off already. And, well, what can you expect from ESPT, let's be honest. All this zone has been wiped out almost completely.
Yeah, this south urban area, the town, as I call it, south of Chapel, this is the key, both to recapture for the Germans, as well as to hold on. This is something most teams, lower divisions sometimes don't get, that some of these points, you don't need to be in the circle, you control some areas around it, and you get the 4 squares under your control. This is one of those. The point is, like we said at the beginning, extremely allied favor, and this is showing like halfway progress only Jared over there, and I killed him with my mentioning. But then the key issue to Chapel is fighting for these houses in the south. Exactly what we're seeing right now.
Happy birthday, Butters, in the chat here.
For the medium in north of the Chapel.
I did not see yet the medium tank, the P4 of the Germans.
Check the map real quick.
That's another lodge here going to the north. And look at Valhalla already, where he's pushing.
Yeah.
So here, let's check the map quick. ESPT, well, we see our OP here by Tamat. Gary placement already set quite nicely, to be honest. Here we have a Gary inside the point. Maybe it's time to get our Gary here south at least. I don't really think so, because we have Sunken Bridge. So yeah, we're going to be pushing northwest here. At least ESPT is going to do. We have here US Ranger, God of Whammo, with a truck, supply truck back here. And let me check real quick the OCE side. I like the car replacement by OCE already. I don't know if you agree with me. This is
very close to the red zone. But
yeah, I mean,
so
besides of it being
double.
I mean, besides of it being quite close, yeah, it's doing its job basically. So I do give them this point, which is very good, very good. We have a Gary here trying to cover Sunken Bridge exactly, and they will be missing a Gary north here and north here, north of the point, and northeast,
by
northwest
the Ocelots maps, it looks like they're not aware of the US Ranger supply truck.
Maybe yes, because you can see Sugar down here going north, and you can see Easy it is to the west.
Easy.
Seems he saw the truck because he's pointing north already.
Yeah.
So I believe they do know that US Ranger is going behind their lines. So
something is going.
Seems Easy is going to try get US Ranger here. But hey, let's hop back to the action. Let me check. Yeah, I did it good. I can believe. But be careful. Be careful. Point is being captured by Oceanic Ocelots right now. Never mind why I open my mouth.
It's a little bit pressure from the south, yeah, but it's a soft cap. This is gonna happen every now and then, I think, in the game, as ESPT gets more confident and pushes out of the circle and tries to go north and control south and abandons the circle per se. It's a fight for soft cap, right? Not having anyone in the hard cap, it will make that every now and then the point may flicker, but I don't think we had to be very worried about it. P4, we found the P4. Extremely conservative in the south, but it is understandable.
I mean, completely understandable being them conservative. They're not facing a team of, I would say, OCE's level. I would say they're facing literally the best. We can see him shooting.
Yeah, to the front.
And down it goes, the P4. Cap'n here. Cap'n's tank. Want to see the crew here. Nators and Bamin.
Nators and Bamin.
So Sherman's pushing him here. Stewie. Commanded by Tomato. Barman the gunner. And it's always no. Or now, always now.
Yeah.
As a driver here. Bombarding already Sunken Bridge. He's so lucky, getting so lucky right now, pushing here. Promise this is the last time I'm doing a bad joke, guys. And he's trying to get a good push here, killing Tech Priest. But gets killed, I believe, by Trooper there. So lucky is not lucky anymore.
Not so lucky today.
I promise, guys, we're not doing more bad jokes. I believe that's enough. Nice shot there by So Lucky or Double. I don't know which one was. Double getting bunnies there. Stuart pushing already. So Lucky getting both of them. Nothing too fancy pushing there. Double getting the OP we have here. Stewie going for its play already.
We love Stewie action. No one with a bazooka. Oh, is he one?
Easy Bait is there with the bazooka, I believe.
That's the last name for this situation.
Ooh! Damn, did not see that tiger there. Great awareness commanded by Hot Glass.
Hot Glass, nice.
Easy Bait here getting hit by Double there.
Get his second tank kill of the night here with the medium. A little bit arrogant, that medium, pushing in the open with that tank. The 2 rockets and he's down a little bit too much. This tank is gonna die within a minute.
If they do not back up already, the tiger should be pointing its gun towards here. It does, but he won't be able to face, to get a fire resolution on this M4.
Yeah, I don't condone this play. Let's see.
Double keeps infiltrating here, getting 1 kill there. Easy Bait might be able to see him. He sees him, but he does not get him. Double does get him. Easy Bait. Double MVP? I believe it's too early to tell already. But yes, there we go. True Bird. Getting double there. Lemon's Cloud getting a rocket which misses here. But then we have that, what was that?
That was
oh, that's a Nate over there, over the radar
80
bunker there.
Yeah. That is a must. That 80 gun on top of the... Okay, they're hitting tracks for some reason.
No, I believe it was a rocket that did penetrate the side.
Should have eyes right now.
Not yet. It's being covered by this.
That NG is distinctively from a 75. So. This is crazy. This is crazy. They run their own PC. They're alone in the point. This is Division 4 play right here.
Double there. At least got Tiger. 1 shot on the Tiger. I believe this Tiger is no engine.
Oh wow.
Have a no engine Tiger here.
Leave it up to ESPT infantry to annoy the tanks. I mean, this might work out for them. But just this is not in the textbook, guys.
Let's check real quick the maps, you know. Here, 1 second. The whole deploy of Oceanic Ocelots, it's quite south. They're still trying to get to Chapel here, but yeah, there is no...
wow.
This is ESPT backwards. Damn, look at this map.
Damn.
ESPT already overrun completely OCE on the south of Sunken Bridge, on the west of Chapel. They keep pushing, and I believe they believe they're going to cap this point Sunken Bridge with this amount of people only. Yeah, so I bet they are preparing to a Sunken House push already.
They cannot kill a medium with 2 bazookas. Yeah, let's push, right?
Yeah, so let's see here. I'm checking your maps, and right now I'm checking the OBS to see both maps at the same time. Yeah, so yes, no sound here. But yes, the deploy we see on the OC side, it's, let's be honest, not to the standards of ESPT. So,
they have no line anymore.
There is no line, there is such a big hole. We can see a line here on the... ESPT, because well, it's ESPT. They know who to play, they know who to shoot, they know who to win the 1v1s. But yeah, we start to see now the spawns of the OCE, you know.
The medium
this
finally
side.
killed. Finally, they were punished.
Medium got destroyed, correct. Tiger, I
The
don't know.
tiger's still there.
No, Tiger has been destroyed here. I believe it
Oh
was that
gosh.
Greyhound.
Yep, you hate to see it.
Let's be honest, I don't know what
So we
HCA
always
was
we always talk
thinking.
about trading, right? Trading and making things happen. So that crazy play with a medium ended up, if you do the accounting, ended up with a tiger killed, and it's a good trade. It's not what they intended. It probably was not they're doing with the infantry's doing, but it distracted the infantry long enough for this tiger to get engined and then killed. Potentially, we're not sure. Potentially by the Greyhound or another rocket while they were repairing. So again, making things happen. This was a good trade for ESPD.
It's just one thing to mention, you know, I'm gonna open the map real quick once again. Check the OCE side.
Yeah,
I
two
mean,
islands.
they got
Two islands in each circle.
two Garys, three Garys actually, one being taken down already. And compared to the ESPT side, you know, I mean, I believe there is no comparison between these teams level. I believe the HCA Orga was kinda off by doing this. Let's be honest, of course, this is an impossible match for OOCE. I give them the point of trying, you know, at least not saying, yeah, fuck this, you know. They are playing
It's
it
a good
anyway.
experience.
But yeah, I mean, what I don't know what the experience you might get from this, you know, because one thing I believe
Painful.
one thing is when you great rocket thereby.
Dr.
Yes,
CL?
I believe something like that.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
By
I
someone.
yes, somewhat. But yeah, I believe if you want to learn, you must play teams of your level or little bit more, you know, because when you see these that you get completely overrun. What are you learning? That you don't know how to stand against such a team? Something that you
It's
already
important
know?
for Ocelots to take this game, for what it is, and not be too harsh on themselves. Because sometimes some teams get really demoralized when they lose a game, but if they understand this is one of the best teams they had to lose for the last 3 years, um, you know, they the experience is going to be painful, it's going to be crushing, but it's important to take it with the right attitude. They're still, by losing, if I'm correct, in the case that they lose, the loser of this game will not be out of the tournament. It will be in the losers bracket. So there's still
Correct.
many games ahead potentially. They can still get paired with the other losers from the bracket. So whoever loses this match won't necessarily end its summer tournament games right here. So there's still another side of the tournament ahead.
I mean, I believe my personal opinion. I don't know who to speak. My personal opinion here is going to be somewhere like I believe that the E group and the D group should have been with their own playoffs. Meanwhile, Group A, B, and C should have their own playoff, you know, because I
Yeah.
mean you cannot compare a Group E, OCE in this case, OOCE, to a Group A such as ESPT, Espirit de Corps. No, you can't. So I believe that's what the HCA Orga should have done, but well, it did not. And as I tell you, I mean, you don't learn anything from a match like this because, as I tell you, you know that you're going to get overrun. You can't react to at least such a threat because you can't also win the 1v1s because you're facing people that do know how to win the 1v1s. So yeah, I believe this is too much.
Yeah, what I really dislike is that it could be quite embarrassing for the team losing, and that's what I was saying earlier. It shouldn't be. They should take it with the right attitude. It's it's an uncomfortable position to be in, being run in a tournament run like 5-0 within less than half an hour. And I
But I mean,
agree with you.
it's
Like,
as I tell you,
this
if
makes or
you
breaks
can
teams.
you can place a group E against a group A, you know this is going to happen. You know, I mean, here an Airhead falling. I believe it's ESPT. They're going to defend it for sure. Group is completely surrounded by ESPT. Point is being captured, and yeah, I believe this is the end. And once again, I don't believe this is an appropriate
we might
match here.
finish this game before it goes live, right?
Yeah, true.
30 minutes delay. So if they win within the next 9 minutes,
Airhead
this
here
is
by
gonna
Oceanic
be
Ocelots here, which is forgot I'm using the double map here. So time to watch some trucks get sniped. Rotten Bob on the chat. Yeah, nothing like that happened, unfortunately. But yeah,
that's a
Airhead
nice
is
flare.
on.
That was a nice flare by ESPT. Look at all those people
Yep.
revealed.
I don't know who was the spotter over there. I know that Saint
One
Pepsi
of
was
them
playing
is
as one of
Sam
them.
Pepsi.
Yeah, but I don't see him over here. So I don't know who was it actually. But what a very, very good player.
It.
No,
Maybe
yeah, it
yeah.
might have been Pepsi here. There it goes again.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Pepsi. Very, very nice flare.
It was his last
Completely
collab
aware.
before falling. His last breath was shooting the flare up.
And
this is gonna
yeah.
be GG very soon. No mercy from ESPT. Someone is right next to the artillery guy.
Yeah, Pollo Loco. Or Pollo Loco, depends how you want to pronounce it in English or Spanish.
Is he just
Ooh!
or
I believe that was kind of a shark play because they saw the airhead falling and they did wait for them to spawn in. And it's like, come on, boy, it's just done.
That's a
I
heavy
mean,
point.
yeah, I don't know what to say else. What else to say?
Probably just silence would be be the best way. Get it over
I mean,
with.
let's be honest. I did not expect anything else than this. This is exactly what I expected to happen. Because, as I tell you, you can compare a Group E with a Group A team. As I tell you, I believe they had to play the Group A, B, C had to have their own playoffs, and D and E their own also. You know, maybe have two finals, for example, top tier final and lower tier finals. I believe that would have been more appropriate to this situation, but yeah, that was all.
It was the most humane thing to do it quickly.
Yeah, I mean the last part there with the airhead, no, that was not, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, we started to see a little bit of toying with their food, a little bit of disrespect in the chat by ESPT players, like saying, "Okay, go get a snack" and stuff. It's normal banter in the game, but yeah.
Thank you, Ocelots,
Good
very
job,
Incheon.
Ocelots.
I'm going to disagree here. I don't know where you are going to get with that toxicity. That's something we spoke again when we casted, you know, MS against the SPT in the finals. Being toxic, it's like, don't be a dick, don't be a jerk, don't be an asshole, don't be stupid, retarded, annoying. You know.
You show your quality cards precisely when you're on top of someone. When
I mean,
you have a picture of someone. That's when you show your quality. And
I mean, being this toxic against a Group E, you know, a team you know you are going to completely overrun. Nah. Fuck off, Incheon. Right here, I'm telling you, fuck off. That's not the way you do it. Nah. I'm going to call him out. What can I tell you? Not going to be, oh, it's CSPT, I'm not going to say such a thing. Nah, fuck off. Fuck off. What can I say?
Well, it was a short game. Some of us expected something like this happening. At least it was quick. But yeah, hopefully Ocelots don't, don't take it too hard and learn what they can from this.
Yeah, I believe they
I don't
they
know
weren't
the
going to
difference
take
in
it.
preparation.
I believe they were not going to take it seriously anyway, because yeah, you just
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
take this match seriously, even if you are from ESPT or you are from OCE. It's like
So up,
you,
the
you're expecting
expectations
miracles
are
here.
met. ESPT goes through, continues its winning streak. They will remain in the winners bracket, and
Yeah,
Ocelots is
let
gonna
me let
be
me go check the here. The
yeah
brackets here, who's going to be,
the brackets.
because yeah, I did not download the image to place it in the whole screen. So yeah, sorry.
The
You are
second
going
one,
to
yeah,
trust me.
below.
It's going to be trust me, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, we're looking
So
at it.
here
The winner of number 2
is going to
is going to
play
play with the winner of number 7, and number 7 is either
Omen versus Chimera,
Omen or Chimera.
and the
So
loser from this match
interesting.
is going to be match 14 against the loser from the seventh match to Omen or Chimera.
Okay, okay.
I don't know which one is going to win,
Which
to be
one?
honest.
Which one do you think? Omen will be a better challenger for ESPT.
I mean, the thing is, Omen is a Group B. Lost the three
Yeah,
matches they played.
yeah, yeah.
Chimera is Group C. They lost
And
two of the three matches they played.
one against
So,
Syndicate. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know what to expect from this match. I would dare to say that Omen might be the outcoming team because, well, they are a group above, even though they lost the three matches they played. And Chimera kinda the
But
same. They lost two of the
Omen
three.
had tougher opponents. 82nd AD is
Yeah,
having a very
exactly. I
good
mean, as
summer.
I'm telling you, it's a
Helios
group above
is a Division 1
Chimera here.
team. So Omen had a harder time, and um, Chimera had an easier time, perhaps. So, but regardless, it will be Omen or Chimera for the next step for ESPT. And Ocelots is going to play with the loser of that game, Omen or Chimera.
I mean, let's be honest. I expect the next ESPT match to be, of course, a victory for them because it's Omen or Chimera. We already seen ESPT winning against Chimera in a few matches,
Yeah.
and I don't
Hmm.
know against Omen. I did not see any of their matches against ESPT if they have. So yeah, I would dare to say that ESPT is going to be anyways.
There's something about the German teams. ESPT sometimes has trouble with. So we'll see. We'll see if it's Omen or not and how it goes. Chimera has to its favor that Chimera and ESPT are very friendly to each other. They know each other, tank wise and infantry wise. Sometimes they help each other in mixers and things. So Chimera sometimes may have a little bit of an insider's knowledge against ESPT, and also like we always say, it depends a lot on the point on the map that you get by wheel. Today, very unlucky Ocelots with this terribly unlucky point against this team. If this has been the other way around, we probably would have gotten like an Ocelots mid cap and at least 40 minutes of resisting, holding midpoint, something like that in the best scenario for Ocelots. But unfortunately, they got Axis in Chapel, and that is like a
Nah,
double kill.
that's yeah.
Unfortunately, very unlucky for
That's
them.
literally fuck off. It's telling you that yeah, no,
Yeah.
no way you.
Maybe if we are thinking for the future, maybe when we know the difference in teams are the disparity is this big, I'm thinking maybe the future of these tournaments that are out for fun. People always remind us they're out for fun. Is to give a little bit of a handicap. Maybe Ocelots can pick the point after the map is revealed, or they can have 15 more minutes of preparation, some kind of handicap, right? Um, to make because if not, it's in question. Why do we do these tournaments, right? If it's not for entertaining ourselves, for testing ourselves, of course it's a competition, but also has to be to feed the community, to keep us happy, to keep us playing a game that we like. And this kind of unfortunate matchups with unfortunate randomized points can end up in this kind of really unlikely situations where the weaker team of the two, the runner-ups, had to face an uphill battle by wheel and by by team experience. So maybe in the future that will be a possibility. Some teams can carry like an asterisk in the tournament and have some kind of handicap when they facing well-known Division One former champions and so on. To make the game a little bit more even, and or maybe if Ocelots wins, if they win the game, like a plus, I don't know, some kind of benefit, multiplier points or something, because they're going against heavier odds in many regards. Anyways, that was so quick that it ended before this went live. So if you're watching this game now with 30 minutes delay, um, yeah, the game is already over. The players themselves are going to be watching the game live.
Yep.
Quotation
Like
marks.
the whole game, yeah, actually. Uh, but yeah, I'll bring Lou next time. Cheers. Oceanic Ocelots. Cowley.
It's good.
Uh,
Good that I chew my burger quickly.
I mean, as I tell you, I believe they were not. Oceanic Ocelots were not playing like competitive for real, because it's like, why? It would be torture to yourself, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, let's be honest. And as I tell you, I believe that something that HCA did wrong this season is this exact moment here. I believe Group ABC once again should have their own knockoffs, like the higher bracket finals, or the
Yeah.
finalists,
Yeah.
and then Group D and E, the lower bracket finals, because yeah, I mean, once again, if you go check here, uh, the teams playing here knockoffs, you have Greyhounds who won against ESPT this HCA, by the way, against OKT LWJ G46. I don't know what the fuck that means. Sorry. Which is also the Group E team, and then you have Vanguardia against MS Machine Soldiers. That's completely unbalanced. Let's be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you,
I think the last two, maybe the last three of those matchups are going to be even. Vanguard Omen, we don't know. VLK RT versus Bottom, we don't
Omen
know.
Chimera,
And
Climbers United,
Climbers
Phoenix.
and
I
Phoenix,
don't
we don't
know.
know. We don't
I don't
know.
know.
It depends
It's
on which
Group
day,
D.
how they wake up in China, with which leg they get out of bed first. And but those three are going to be within range. I think the first five of the eight are heavily
Completely
favored in
unbalanced.
terms of
Yes.
experience, in terms of organization. Pathfinder is a very recent team. Um,
I mean, they
they
know they.
recently
I
had
know they
a
won the Division
friendly.
3 APL the first time they played.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I don't believe they are still ready
This
to
is what I mean.
face
Like this is what I mean. If you're
Helios.
from a lower bracket, maybe you can pick the point of the map, some kind of favorability, right, to make the tournament and the game less predictable, less boring. Because one of the things that I think is happening in the comp scene is people are getting bored. Everyone is declaring the game dead, but there's all these tournaments, all these teams, and all this activity, right? But the problem I don't think is dead. The problem is that people are getting bored, right? It's the same teams always playing against each other, and then no one else can form a team because it get crushed like this. So maybe if we want to feed and keep the game entertaining and healthy, apart from all these little tweaks on the rules and tournaments that we talked the other day in the last stream, that are keeping the game fresh, not having the prep, not knowing the map and the point. All these things keeps for the comp scene the game fresh. But maybe the next step would be this, like handicapping one of the teams, or adding some kind of imbalance to balance the game, right? At the end of the day, we want the game to be more balanced so we get a more entertaining game, right? Um, it's unfair for the stronger team, but it's fair for the other ones. The idea is we have to have a discussion about what do we want with these tournaments. We want entertainment. We want um, clips, or what do we try to extract from this, right? Because like I said at the beginning, both ESPD players and in this case Ocelot players, I'm pretty sure they're not going to bed tonight or going for breakfast in case of Australia. I don't know. with a sense of fulfillment, right? Crushing a team quickly like this feels like, feels like awkward. And losing so quickly, like I said at the beginning, could be embarrassing, could be depressing, could be, you know, could be make you feel like, incorrectly, like you're not there yet. But um, it is very uncomfortable, right? So I am one of those who votes for less games so unbalanced, less games of these, and more games of some kind of uh, artificial balancing or tweaking of the rules. So we have a longer game, more entertaining, with more options.
I completely agree. I mean, once again, what's the purpose of this match? I mean, if
Right.
you're trying to incentivize, competitivity, you just can't bring new teams that are barely Division 4 at the APL, for example, and bring them straight to Division 1 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you are going to remove that hope of being competitive one day. It's like, if I'm going to be playing these kind of games, yeah, just fuck off. I'm not playing anymore. My point of view, at
It,
least.
and I want to be clear. It's not ESPT's fault. It's just we're thinking out loud in terms of how to get better rules for tournaments, so this kind of situations don't happen. Because I think at the end of the day, ESPT did the most humane thing and didn't give anything. They pushed, they did their best, and they finished this quickly. Right? They kudos to them. Part of being number one team is not even fooling around, just doing it's the business, and now they're at the office, and they did their job and they did it very well. No one expected anything different. We're talking about the situation, right? The unfortunate, uncomfortable situation of games so unbalanced, for one of the teams. So it's gonna happen. This is something that's gonna happen in tournaments every now and then, but it's also, we also knew and we could anticipate these kind of things. And if it's a summer tournament to have fun, even in FNF, we're moving into more of a mixer, because that's the point. The point is to have fun, to play the most even game we can, so we have an actual fight, right? So that's our opinion. I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but hopefully we can work, all of us together, in kind of crafting um, tournaments that allow for more competitiveness and for learning and for improvement. Because I've known many players from ESPT, and they're all for this. They're all for increasing the competitiveness, having better teams all around, having more competition. So maybe it's time to think seriously about how do we input that into tournaments.
I mean, I don't know what else I could add. I'm waiting here for someone if they want to send someone, to speak on what happened this match or something like that. But
Let's
yeah,
have a rule ourselves. The interview should not be longer than the game.
yeah. Let me go talk here.
Probably that would be nice to have one from each, and see see what they think about this.
Yeah, maybe a third point of view. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. If I knew this game is going to be this shit, I would have put all the way announcements all the way around. Just fuck it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Should be short. Yeah. Seems we have someone's. Oh, here's Sulfur. Ulfer. US Ranger already. How are you, mate?
Hello, hello. What's going on?
Hello.
There
Uh,
we are.
We're
How are you?
chewing the result.
good, good, good. Yeah, it was a match.
It was something. Yeah, we were like weird aftertaste. It was so fast, and we felt really bad for Ocelots.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I remember playing against teams like Core when we were like the Ocelots in this case, and we got rolled in 20, 30 minutes. So I mean, you know, happens to everybody at some point.
What do you think about we were floating ideas, thinking out loud, and talking about what do you think about tournaments like this, like very you know summer for fun, less sweaty, to have clearly Division One teams go against some handicap, right? Maybe Ocelots or teams like them in this case, in this matchup, having the chance for a few more minutes of preparation or choosing the midpoint after the map is known. Some kind of, because also today they were extremely unlucky. Not only the matchup versus the stronger team like ESPT, but also the point, right? The point was so US laden, so hard to recap if you're not an experienced team as Axis, and they got double whammy in a way, right? Double slap.
Yeah, I think as long as it's not too egregious, I think you could do some kind of like maybe just a known point that's supposed to be Axis or Allied favored, and we take the more experienced team takes the other side. I think that would
Right.
be relatively fine if it's like this much of an imbalance. I guess in this case, like
Right,
we're
right.
not going to accept that if we're playing a Div 1, Div 2 team.
Of course not. No, but we were
but
thinking teams like this that we knew that this could happen. Everyone understood that they're a newer team, they're fresh out of the 36s, and something that the tournament tries to do, which is add randomness by the maps and points to, in theory, make it. ESPT could have been on the receiving end, Axis on Utah Chapel, right? But the point is that in this case plays against the weaker team. Instead of being a randomness that may favor and add more balance to a matchup, ended up killing them up in 25 minutes.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just next time we'll give Ocelots Axis Hospice Cemetery and we'll see how we can do in this case. Does that work for everybody?
No, we were clear. We were clear that this is not ESPT's fault at all. We were just trying to think about rules,
no.
rules that make some of these tournaments more entertaining to watch.
No, I definitely think something could be tweaked, but it's too late for me to use any more brain cells left. To be honest with you.
We don't know how early or how late it is in Oceania, so probably you're gonna be our only interviewee here.
I believe it. Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't know how many questions you can ask about a 22-minute game. I mean, like everybody pushed forward, hit W, and like there was a moment where their airhead spawns at the end, and I was completely unaware, and I about shit my pants on the 5th point. But other than that, I mean, it was 22-minute game.
It was fun. Yeah, we were saying at least you guys didn't give anything, didn't play with your food, and you did it quickly and professionally. So you ended up, yeah.
I got to give them credit. My first life, I got I got like almost shit on building a Whammo Gary right out of the gate. Luckily, I had an OP up, but still, it was good on them for detecting the Whammo early. Like I think they used their first recon plane just for the back line. So
we saw you in the truck, like doing U.S. Ranger things.
Yeah, it didn't get very far. I built the Gary, and then immediately they had people encroaching. So it was.
Yeah, I believe they saw you because we were here watching both maps, and we had 2 units, one running from the south towards you and one running from the east towards you. So I believe they saw you. I don't know if they used that recon plane to spot you. I did not hear it, but maybe it was more visual thing that they saw you.
I should
and followed you.
have given the Artie guy a kiss instead.
We saw Pollo like jumping around.
Yeah, he was jumping around the ENS, who was the artilleryman of Oceanic Ocelots here. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I got a question here.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, besides of you wanting it or not, I believe this was a disrespect by the HCA orga mostly because why would you place a division, Group E against a Group A? You're going to get them fully fucked. Like very, very good fuck.
I mean, again,
let's be honest.
I'm gonna just maybe this is unpopular opinion. Sometimes you got to get fucked. I mean, like we took our tough matches, and they sucked when
Yeah.
when we were the bad team, but
We
we
were
still.
saying that like these games make or break teams. So if you somehow learn from this and become more resilient, you can make a good team long
I
term. Like
mean,
you're saying, ESPT
you could
at the
still learn
beginning.
from these games. Like even if
Mm.
it's a 22-minute game, like I get it, they got outclassed. It sucks, but again, happens to almost every team when they're
Yeah.
especially I don't know how long they've been around, but it you just have to, like, if they spend an hour as a team, or half the team, and just sits there and goes, okay, here's what we could have at least done better. How do we prolong this game? We might not win it, but
Right.
how do we keep it from getting
Right.
5-0'd? That's
Right.
something that they can at least try to
You, you
focus
need you need to have Will be as your commander, and then maybe you pull that off.
on. Yeah, the god himself with the grapes.
The master cheeser.
Yeah, Inchan should really be answering those questions, but you guys already
The
put him under the bus.
once in a lifetime gameplay. Yes.
To be fair, we were using
Well.
pistols that game, but I'm not. That's the last thing I'll say. That's the last thing I'll say.
Oh my! So to not steal a lot of your time, what we were looking into your next opponents could be Omen or Chimera. Which ones do you think you have more experience playing against? You know better, or you wish to have?
I think it'd be. We've played Chimera more in the past, but
Mm-hmm.
depending on what their teams have been, and it's been some time since we played them, so I have to imagine there's newer people or different people, playing different positions. So, and Omen, we've only played them in skirmish, so it's not like we've
Right.
gotten to play them really on a full 49v49. But I think we really want to play Omen again for it to,
Nice.
make up for the skirmish loss. So
Oh, you lost in the skirmish. I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, no, I mean they prepped really well for skirmish, so I'm hoping we get to play them and they get to experience a 49v49.
German engineering. That's good. That's good.
But yeah, if that's it, guys. Well, thanks again for casting, and well,
Thank
have a good
you.
night. We'll
Have
tune
a
in
good
next
night.
week.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for joining us here, Use Ranger. Have a good night too.
Of course. Have a good night, buddy.
And well, immediately right after we have a Cortex here by the OCE side. How are you, Cortex?
Not bad. Thanks for having us.
Be honest with me, because I got a theory that you were not actually competing this match. How true is my statement?
Sorry?
I mean, I have a theory here, or a statement. I would like you to tell me how true I am or not. You were not competing this match.
Like there was not like you were out competed or
Yeah, like
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
yeah,
were
yeah,
playing this
yeah.
match because you had to mostly.
no chances. Yeah.
Yeah, they were right on to us, everything we did, though.
Very unlucky with the
Side.
point, right?
Yeah, totally. But it is what it is, I guess.
I mean, when you found out you were going to play against ESBT, what was your reaction or your team reaction? Laughing, crying.
Yeah, we were expecting a very, very tough, quick game, pretty much, and that's what it was. They delivered, but I think we didn't do too bad.
We were wondering because we were saying many times in the cast that you guys got double slapped, right? Unfortunate in the matchup, and then doubly unfortunate in the point in the last 30
Oh
minutes
yeah,
on the point on the map. So, of course, you guys have your feet on the ground, so you understood that this is very uphill battle, and like you said recently, it could be a very short match. How do you think do you guys prepare mentally? Because this kind of bad experiences or painful experiences are the ones that make or break teams. Like it could break some people that's like they crash out or they want to take a pause from comp for a while. They feel so crushed or whatever. But do you guys take it as it is, or do you guys learn something from this, or you're gonna go do a review over the week, and how you gonna process this? Because you still have a tournament ahead on the lower bracket, that you can still do very well.
Yeah, absolutely. We always take away. There's always something to take away from these matches. They always something to pick up and learn from them. Picked up a few things, obviously. Yeah, so we'll just come back and look forward to the next match, pretty much.
You're gonna be probably matched with the loser of the match Omen
Between Omen and
versus
Chimera.
Chimera.
What do you expect
Which
from
That
that
should be-
match?
yeah, which one?
Yeah, that should be
did you
another
play
interesting
before?
match.
You ever
We're
played
kind of
before any of them or no?
No, we haven't. So we're kind of looking forward to that as well.
Nice.
Should be
I
good.
mean, you know, in
Like
the
an
level
Oceania
of the,
matchup.
you know, in the level of these teams, you know, Omen and Chimera from Europe and Oceania, respectively. Who do you think you would rather play with next match?
Just for the OCE element, probably Chimera. It'd be a bit of fun to play against them.
Bragging rights in the region, right?
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. So
Let's make room for the new OCE team, right? Question
Yeah.
out of topic. What time is it for you?
it's 1:00 in the afternoon here.
Ah, okay.
Uh,
So you,
no, we're not that
lunchtime
off
or-
then.
yeah.
But I mean, would you be able to tell me something you learned from this match?
We were surprised on their ability to shut down our spawns pretty quickly, and even our spawns at HQs, they shut them down pretty quickly.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
yeah, that sort of thing.
yeah.
They snuck around the flank. We were expecting a big deep wide flank, but they avoided our recon looking for that, I suppose.
Yeah, no, they
In
went
those-
straight to your last defense point. Should send a few guys to the
Yeah.
north to Sunken
No time
Bridge.
to think. Yeah. No, I wanted to ask you, like in those 30 minutes from the moment you learned about the map and point, apart from banging on the table and cursing everyone, after that, how do you guys prepare? Like you were consciously going for a recap, or you tried to contest it from the get go? What was kind of like the quick process? Do you guys had time to do like a dry run or something?
Yeah, we did a one dry run. We're expecting to not cap it initially.
Okay.
So
Because you
try and
guys had a
stop that.
moment there after they capped. I think you guys had a moment where your P4 was still up, and you had like an interesting line. We were mentioning the Gary line. It was very close to the red zone, but they were all clean. And you guys had there like 10 minutes or so where it looked good. And I say this with all respect, right? But usually when you see two Division 1 teams, from that picture that you guys managed to hold, usually a long game ensues, and then it's a constant grind to the recap. In your case, unfortunately, they found a way to get behind you and to wrap you, and it collapsed very quickly, right? Because
Yeah.
the difference in experience and everything. But
Yeah.
there was a moment there that I think there was an interesting moment there right after cap, where it looked like you guys was holding the line, and then a couple of things happen. A P4, a steward survived for too long on your sunken bridge, and the tiger got engined, and that was an unfortunate sequence of events. And then it collapsed, right? Like kind of like the line collapsed, and then it was a quick end from there. But no, I wanted to ask you that because sometimes some teams play this point differently. They put all the pressure south or all the pressure north, or on grandmas, or but you guys looked like you understood the task and you were doing it very well. But yeah, they probably were out. Do you talk to any of your teammates? Did they feel like that moment, that transition from the holding to the collapse, was they were outshot, outgunned, or they were just flanked from the south?
A bit of outshot, a bit of outgunned,
A bit
and kind of
both,
that flank from the south as well. Yeah, a bit of everything really.
We were talking to US Ranger, who was one of the culprits for that push from the south. Yeah, he's good at that. Well, but I'm glad you guys are taking this very unfortunate and comfortable to cast even matchup and short game with the right attitude, with the positivity that you need, and with a learning attitude as well to pick up mistakes or good things that the other team did or that you did, and are looking forward to the next game. Um, that's very important to have.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all looking forward to it. I mean,
Well, hope you get a better match next time. At least something, you know.
yeah.
So, wish you luck for the next matches here. I think
Yeah.
you guys gonna need it, knowing the enemies you're going to face. So, yeah, thanks for joining me here for this brief interview. At least something.
Thank you, Cortex.
Thanks.
And have a good rest of your day. Your day is just
Yeah, have a nice rest of your day. We were telling here, US Rangers, have a good night. You just going
so
straight for
weird.
it.
It's not. You guys have a good night. Thanks for the cast.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Bye
I
bye.
love the dual maps.
See you.
Dual maps are great. That's it.
See ya, mate. So, well, that was all for the day. So, actually, give me a second, okay? Just gonna mute myself.
Well, this was a quickie, as they say.
So yeah, I'm back real quick here, and just in case I was talking with Incheon through DMs, and seems I misunderstood the situation. Okay, I just a little bit of context. I'm used to in when we fought against. Well, I mean in the past, when I fought harder teams to play, usually they were saying thank you, but not in a thanks for the match, in that way, and was more in a toxic way. Therefore, I misunderstood the situation. Therefore, wanted to apologize, to Incheon. I actually did apologize um, um, through DM, with him. But now I'm actually mentioning it right here because it was my misunderstanding, my wrongdoing. Therefore, I had to correct my actions here. So, yeah, I just want to tell you guys I try to be fair in these cases, So, yeah, I fucked up. My problem. I was wrong. So, I apologize. And I'm sorry, Incheon. Now that I spoke, I understand it was with another meaning, another one that I misunderstood. So, yeah, sorry, Incheon. And well, Ulford already left. Well, here is. Uh, yeah, and here also, Pollo Loco here writing to me. Yeah, it's okay, mate. Just me pointing out of things from the air, where you see everything, and not from the match where you are limited to what you only see. So yeah, it's true that misunderstanding might have happened. So yeah, once again, I apologize, guys. Just come from a different background when these kind of comments happen. So yeah, and well, in that case, I do agree with what the comment I see by. It's always now here. To Ocelots, to taking this match, even though that, well, they actually knew they were not going to win it, and it's kind of impossible, let's be honest. So, yes, I do agree with that. Was my misunderstanding. Once again, I apologize. I'm sorry, Incheon, for those comments. Was my misunderstanding of the situation. With that being said, I believe that's all that happened here. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the match. It was quite short, let's be honest. So, yeah, and as always, I'm gonna leave you with this song. So, see you around, boys.
just sitting in here? The bean. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
PapaBean, you son of a bitch, look when you show up, you know?
Hey, look. I didn't realize the match was 27 minutes long, but thank you for having me nonetheless for the 2 minutes.
Yeah, of course, PapaBean. And hopefully next time is going to be just 1, and then 30 seconds, then 15, and then less, you know?
Hey, there you go.
Thanks for coming anyways, you know? But yeah, that was all.
Right.